A question that I actually get asked a lot is why? Mo, why are you doing what you are doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you even on YouTube? Why are you deconstructing the entire doctrinal framework, especially for free? You see, the guru mindsets, because I believe that the market is filled with a lot of gurus and a lot of amateurs now, and that claims to be professionals, right? But let's focus on the guru mindsets, which is also a vendor mindset. And that mindset is to actually hoard ideas, right? They tell you protect your secrets. They tell you to sell the masterclass for, let's say, 500,000 naira or $50,000, right? Because that actually gives you 10% of the real idea, right? Now, I believe that this is a scarcity mindset, and it is not a part of our doctrine, right? It is not a part of our doctrine to hoard ideas, right? And our Supreme Directive, the entire why of our firm or of any cinematic strategy firm should be and should have these three mandates. We've discussed mandate one, which is architecting a fortress of intellect, which is to codify our ideas, right? And then we've also discussed mandate two, which is to command the capital, which we will use to foil the mission. But now we must actually deconstruct mandate three, and we call it deploy the strategic dividend. So, what is a dividend? A dividend is a payout. It is the return that you get from a successful long-term investment. Now, our investment is the fortress of intellect. It is all the doctrine that we forge inside the architect crucible, all the frameworks that we build at the Mohgix Institutes, right? But a fortress that just hoards its treasure is a museum, right? It is dead. A doctrine that is not deployed is just a book on a shelf. And that is not what you want. That is not what I want for us to be able to help a lot of leaders, a lot of discerning leaders, right? So if we do not deploy this doctrine, if we do not deploy our frameworks and teach our framework, it's just becomes a book on the shelf. No one knows about us. No one knows about our big bets or our big ideas, right? That can actually change the world. Now, our third mandate is to deploy that value. Our third mandate is to arm the next generation of leaders, is to arm the next generation of founders, is to arm the next generation of cinematic strategists with the actual weapons that they need to win in the game of stakes. All right. So this YouTube series that you have been studying from, it is the strategic dividend in action, right? And I want you to know that we at the Mohgix Institute, we are not making content. We are very deliberately open sourcing our operating system. Now, I'll leave a link to our open source code. We deconstructed all of our doctrine. It is currently available on our digital embassy, which is also called a website. But We are not making content. We are deliberately open sourcing our operating system. And like I said, we are arming you. We are arming the next generation of leaders. We are arming the next generation of founders, right? And we are arming you with what? With the language and the logic of cinematic strategy. Why? Because I strongly believe that true legacy isn't built by being the only one who knows. True legacy is built by architecting a school of thought that everyone else uses to succeed. Now, that is the dividend.